welcome to the MSL 2025 winter season semi-final between Internationale Perth Futsal Club versus Stirling Braza Jinga. For the blue, we have Captain Josh Ban, number 11, Roel Pereira, number 10, Wesley Vanegas, number 16, Finlay Alexander, number 3, Nicholas Kinas, number 7, Fred Vannon, number 9, Struan Burnett, number 6. And at the helm of the coaching, we have Gus Fontana, and in goals we got John Paul Page. For the men in red, into Perth, we've got number 34, Nishan Alagoda, number 4, Ches Houston, Halil Russo in the number 31, Daniel Formato, number 1 in goals, Amar Jahel as well on the court right now. On the bench we have Chandaran and Riley Gordon, before rounding it up with Gordon Tiong. Be an exciting game for sure, as both teams having come out in the top 4 of their group from this winter season. Special mention to Joshua Bannett, who is currently the pass master leader for this league, I believe, with the most assists out of all the players so far, and he'll be hoping to keep that edge on this game with a couple more to add to his tally. So, and Escobar, the number 8, starts us off to Vanegas, to Ban now down the middle. Burnett recovers, but Jahel there with a good ball. Plays it off easy to his captain, Alagoda. Does well down the line against Vanegas and gone out. Quick speed from the men in red. Braza look to keep the composure now and take the time. Regain Escobar, a bit risky there, and now Jahel capitalizes, but just on the same wavelength as Alagoda there. Lucky. Ban to Burnett. Burnett can't get ahead of that ball, and Ban against Alagoda there, and it's Alagoda who comes out on top with the ball. Houston makes a run through to Russo. Russo down back to Houston. Houston does well. And long ball to Alagoda. Touch. Disappointing him a bit there. Sorry, reserve keepers Danny Boyd, the number 13 for Stirling Braza Jinga, and Raiden Tran for Inter Perth are also on the bench. That's a good ball to Russo. Russo back to Houston, and just couldn't quite keep that under control. Good first opportunity there for the Inter Perth. Now, Burnett over the top for Vanegas, and that's through. Vanegas' first time shot! Just wide. The volley, nearly excellent there. Russo fakes it for Houston. So now wide to Jahel, but Escobar capitalized on the shot. Well saved by Formato. Formato on the vlog. Ban with the header. Escobar gets taken out by the 2-man. Alagoda through Burnett. And Russo tries to chip it over the keeper, but is unable to capitalize on that opportunity. Vanegas to Burnett. Burnett now back to Vanegas. Ban to Russo. Sees it out for blue. Interesting matchup. Interestingly, Roel Pereira, the number 10 for Stirling Braza Jinga, has not started. He's looking to see more of him in this showdown. It is a really important game. It's the first leg of 2 to determine who makes the grand finals for this winter season. The rotations starting for Inter Perth. Down the line, Jahel gets past Escobar. Dives a bit too deep there, but Vanegas does well to intercept the ball out. Goda. To Houston. Jahel. Alagoda to Jahel and touch. Nearly got it there, but Just fails him. And he has to ban. Ban now. Wide to Escobar. Lots of options. Ban. Does well, flicks it over, but Burnett just not ready for that run. Riley Gordon now on for Inter Perth, the number 23. To Jahel to Gordon out wide. Gordon shirt tucked in, goes around Vanagas, doesn't get around the first time, but has his reset back to Houston. Houston down the middle to Jahel, this shot blocked well by Ban. Vanagas is through and Ban's there now, 2-on-1 against Aligoda and Escobar, and Vanagas out wide, but Aligoda intercepts and the counter attacks on now for Inter Perth. Out too wide to Gordon, Gordon the chance, shot. Just unable to keep it on target there. Good futsal from both sides. Ban slows things down. It's gone out for Inter Perth substitution coming. Danilo Neves and Lukman Saeed on for Inter Perth now. Gordon to Saeed out wide, but a bit too high up for Saeed's head. Ban on of Houston, has to play it off. Ban again, backhill, for press now after that mistouch. Houston now, the shot, blocked well by Ban. So far, I believe, not many shots on target yet, but plenty to come. Oh, heads! Alright. Ball game straight for the commentators. Houston plays it out to Saeed. And Escobar, the clearance there. Gordon. Neves to Houston, and Houston back to Neves, and this shot, Vanagas well aware, denies. Saeed back to Houston. Houston now calms things down back to Neves, but Gordon unable to get his head onto that. Herrera now, the number 10 for Braza, clock's on. Vanagas. Houston has a bit of a mistake there, but Page does well. Keep it out. Burnett now, he's through. The shot just not powerful enough to get past Tomato. Houston. A couple of mistakes there from both sides. Unable to be capitalized on. Vanagas. And the pressure sees the ball out. Burnett. Vanagas makes a run for it, gets it. Van asks for it back, fakes it out, and Pereira now with the ball. Van to Vanagas, a bit lofty there. Neves capitalizes and the keeper has come out. The clearance. Well cleared there from John Paul Page. Saeed out wide to Gordon. Tiong the shot, and it's an excellent save there from Page. Lots of talent on the court now. Both teams stacking up their sides for the semi-final matchup. Gordon with the shot. Corner not called, and it's the keeper's ball. Vanagas to Pereira to Vannon, who has now clocked on for Braza Jinga. Now, men in blue look to calm down and reset. Take the time. The Inter defense can be a hard one to crack. Pereira tries to get it past Gordon, but isn't able to. Vanagas to Pereira, a good shot there from Mato, unfazed by it. Saeed to Gordon. Neves now at the ball. Neves can be techie, but plays it off to Saeed. Down through the line, though. It was a bit risky, but Neves capitalizes on Van. Now he's through. Tries to play Gordon, but Vanigas does well to capitalize the ball back for the men in blue and choose a reset to keep it from Mata. The long ball to Neves. Good touch there, but Pereira sees it out. Chandra, the number 10 for Pumas, into Perth now on, and that's a good volley attempt there from Saeed. Unlucky that it was nowhere near the target, but a good attempt nonetheless. Vanigas to Pereira. Pereira gets past Neves. Down the line for Vanigas now. Does well to keep it in and resets back. Pereira can't get around Tiong though. Van out wide. Vanigas takes his time there. He's baiting the dive from Tiong, but Tiong does well. Over the top chip ball, and Famato catches it with ease. Neves now to Chandra. Back to Gordon. Tiong, sorry. Vanigas sees it out. Jahel subs back on for his second stint of the game. Jahel to Saeed. Saeed down the middle to Chandra. Chandra does well. Keep it in play using his physique there, and Jahel the shot. Can't quite get a good foot on it. Jahel, Van, Knas now. Over the top to Vannon, but a bit too high and a bit too far. Saeed out wide to Jahel. Jahel with the pace, shoots it, but Page unfazed. Knas to get us back underway. Knas now. Pereira. One of Jahel. Plays it off to Ban. Jahel. Goda capitalizes now, and down the line he goes. Crosses back out, but Ban denies. Jahel to take it. Jahel, Goda, good shot there, blocked by Pereira. Famato now, off his line, the ball, gets the ball to Goda's feet, but Ban does just enough to keep the ball away from the net. Now, Goda to Saeed. Saeed does well, uses his body there. Jahel to Chandra. Chandra blocked by Van. Pereira was nearly through, but Goda denies. Knast to Vannon. Vannon now. Vannon back to Knast. Not sure even Knast was aware of that play. It's a good pass nonetheless. Pereira fakes it to Van. Van back to Vannon. Vannon gets past Saeed, but Goda covers well. Interball. Russo also on for his second stint now. Up long for Chandra. Chandra uses his body well, holds it up well. The shot by Russo, and it's a top corner for Inter Perth. 1-0 now, and what a finish that was. Watch that back now on the instant replay. Good over the top ball, and done well for Russo. Laid it off perfectly from Chandra. The finish, just enough to get it past Page's hands. Kinas. And Alagoda sees it out. Kinas now. It's a long ball and plays to Vanen, but unable to keep it under control. Into possession again, and Russo. Sick touch. Jahel. When the ball goes, but Alagoda denied. Now Vanen to Pereira, but Russo does well to deny him of his chance. Now Knast. Vanen doesn't do the shot and instead plays up to Knast with toe pokes from that distance. Bit of a strange decision nonetheless. Formato to Jahel, keeps under control. Now to Chandra, one-on-one with Pereira down the line, and Jahel just misses out. Houston now, the captain back on the court. Van to Vanagas to Pereira. Pereira back to Van, and Vanagas under pressure there from Alagoda. Alagoda capitalized on the shot. Well saved there from Page. Russo told off by his coach for trying to take that corner. And Russo the shot, got blocked well by Pereira, and the second pass, Alagoda the finish, but it's not able to keep it on target. Pereira now is on, and Alagoda does well by slipped underneath. Formato just misses out between the posts. It's a corner ball. Corner ball now. Opportunity again for Braza. Into the middle, Pereira held up by Jahel, but the layoff, Vanagas unable to finish that. Now, Formato. Alagoda. Good ball. Gets past Van, but can't get past Pereira. Van again now. Over the top to Vanagas, but Formato stays otherwise. Comes out wide. And good ball there from him. And good feet, but full touch. Can't touch that. Otherwise, would have been an indirect free kick. Van asks for the ball. Shoots the first time, but Van unable to hit that back post. Now ball to Russo, but Pereira regains possession. Now Jahel to get us back underway. Gordon. Now Jahel down the line, gets past Pereira the shot, but saved well by Page. Russo now to take the corner to Gordon. Gordon, the shot, bit weak, but the deflection nearly sees it. Nearly sees it inside the net. Page having to really react there to get that out. Set play from the Inter Perth. Ches, Houston, blocked well. Formato, 4 seconds. Top, but Alexander sees it out. Vanagas now is through his one-on-one with Formato, and the shot just over the post. An excellent opportunity there again for Braza, who have been quite unlucky to not be able to capitalize on any occasion so far. Scores 1-0 still as Jahel to Gordon. Gordon down the line, looks to cut in for the shot, but Jahel controls that well. Vanegas from the back. Houston resets to Gordon. Gordon the shot, and well saved by JP. Out wide to Alexander, just a bit too long for him. Saeed. Tiong. One-on-one with Burnett. Sends it back out. Saeed to Tiong. Down the line by Vanegas. Conquers that. Saeed. Double team there, but still gets it off to Gordon. And the foul was called for Inter Perth. Neves now clocks back on. And Riley Gordon looks worse for wear. But he's all good in the end. See, makes it back to the bench. Swap out with Gordon Tiong. Four seconds there, called. Played back to Vanegas. Burnett now to Alexander. Vanegas to Pereira. Pereira now. Sees it back to Burnett, who plays it off, but Pomado collects in the end. Neves to Houston. Houston back to Neves. Flicked over top for Saeed, and now it's one-on-one. Burnett chips it around him, but Burnett well aware, and Pereira the double team there to keep the ball out. Saeed to Tiong. Tiong fakes a shot, fakes it again, gets past Pereira. A fingertip save there from Page. Houston. Now out wide to Tiong. Tiong cuts through, and the shot blocked well by Burnett. Neves saved by Page. Page looks for his options to Alexander, but just gone a bit too far for him. Red ball now. Alexander unable to control that speedy ball from Page. Houston out to wide to Neves. Neves, a bit of a mistouch there. Pereira capitalizes, and now tries to get past, but Neves does well to win it back for himself. Burnett just gets involved enough to keep the ball back for Braza. Now flicks it over for Pereira. Pereira can't pass Neves, but he resets, and Vanegas the shot back to Pereira. The flick over top. Alexander had just moved out of that position. Pomado. Switch options. Tiong is there. Houston. Back to Tiong. Now to Neves. Neves under pressure. The press from Braza crucial here. They try to win the ball back, and Vanegas gets a foot to it, but Alexander now takes his time. Page retrieves. Pereira to Vanegas. Vanegas back to Pereira. Out wide to Burnett. Burnett to Alexander. Burnett and Vanegas to Burnett. Out wide to Alexander again, and can't quite keep it beneath his feet. Now Saeed to Houston. Aligoda clocks back on. Vanegas now tries to get past Aligoda, chips it over for Pereira, but Tiong does well, not enough though. Ends up in Inter Perth's possession. Jahel, Aligoda, Houston, back to Jahel. Jahel now under pressure, resets back. Saeed for the ball down the line, but Aligoda is there to reset again. Houston to Jahel. Jahel one-on-one with Pereira, gets past him, but the body just gets it through, and it's Gone out. No goal there. Escobar now on for his second stint. Burnett makes the run wide, but Houston capitalizes on Escobar's mistake, and the shot well wide. Page now looks for the long ball to Pereira. Pereira keeps on his feet, but Houston reads well. Now is on the attack, 3v5, not much for them. Escobar on the line. Venegas resets, and can't quite keeps it in, but can't quite keep it under his control. Saeed now resets, and it's half-time, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with you after this short ad break. And now for the second half of this blockbuster matchup, Saeed to Alec Goda. Jahel now looks for the ball.
That's near, dumbass.
Jahel.
He's over there.
Corner ball.
This is the far post.
Vanagas took a bit of a hit to his shin there. Jahel now. Vanegas, unfortunately, has had to retreat back to the bench. Knas now clocks on instead of him. Alagoda to Jahel. Jahel to Gordon. Gordon controls it well. Resets though. And into Perth, moving the ball well until Escobar sees it out. Saeed to Gordon. Back to Alagoda. Alagoda one-on-one with Knas. Knas does just enough, but Saeed now. And Escobar sees the ball out once again. And it's Pomato now to Saeed. Fakes it through Jahel, and now out wide to Jahel again, and Jahel can't quite keep that underneath his foot. And Page takes a bit of a tumble. The rolling foul called against Jahel there. Gordon plays it off, but Bannon resets it back for the men in blue. Now Knas can't get past Gordon. Now Ban has to reset back to Escobar. Ban now resets back to Escobar. Out wide to Knas. Looks for the option, and Ban's there for him. Rotations this time from Braza. And Escobar looking for the chip ball over the top to Knas. Knas resets it back, but Saeed controls it well, and Vannon sees it out. Joshua Ban getting a telling off there from the referees. Being warned for dissent, but not yet booked. He'll have to be on his best behavior for the rest of the game now to keep himself available for the second leg, the semi-final. Ban back to Knas. Knas down the line, but ball's already gone out. Jahel. Now, Braza ball again. Escobar back to Ban. And Jahel sees it out. Knas. Those options, Escobar bounces it back off. Ban now, down the line to Vannon. Vannon, good touch there, flicks it over for Ban, but Alagoda takes none of it. And now Saeed is through, one-on-one with Page, and the save is excellent there from JP. Page. Now Ban, under pressure from Saeed. Ban. Escobar. Knas to get us back underway. Ban now over the top, but well over the top. Massive substitutions there coming in as Nagandran and Houston both clock on, with including Neves for the men in red. As Nagandran, the foul gets called for Nagandran there. So he was held back by Ban. Pep talk coming out from Inter Perth, deciding on this set piece that they will be using tonight. interesting things to come from this, I'm sure. Captain Houston is now set to take the shot, or is he? As Danilo Neves also quite close. Now, Ches Houston plays up to Neves. Neves back out to Jahel, but Jahel just not quite there, ready for that ball. Van out long to Vannon. Vannon, good touch there. Turns and shoots and kept in play by Formato, who now plays it out wide in the Gandron. One-on-one with Ban and holds it up well. Waits for his teammates to reset, and Houston there now on the back post. Ready for it. And to Neves, the touch a bit sloppy. Nearly capitalized there by Ban. Nagandran. Vanagas does enough as he clocks back on. Handball there called against.
Hey, can we get a shot this time?
Against Braza. And Coach Greg Farrell not happy with the last set play that Inter Perth had pulled out of. Third pep talk of the evening for Inter Perth regarding their set play. Let's see what magic is in store this time. Jahel Houston. Houston takes a shot straight on, and JP Page with an excellent save.
Well done.
But it's gone over the bar, and it's a corner ball. Neves to take it for Inter Perth. Neves to Houston, blocks a shot. It's corner ball again as Jahel hits it off of Kinas's thigh. Neves now to Houston, who fakes it to Jahel. Jahel, the shot between the legs, but Nagandran slips out of Page's hands, but he controls it really well, and it's back underway for Braza now. Vannon flicks it over for Vanagas. Vanagas gets through Jahel. Just about does, and is stripped over there. The foul not called. No foul there for Braza and Vanagas. Vanagas to Kinas, but Neves sees none of it. And Nagandran sees it out. Vanagas to Ban, and Nagandran does well. Diaz, Neves out wide to Jahel. Nagandran one-on-one Ban resets for Jahel, but is again blocked this shot. Foul called for Braza there. As Chandra just can't quite keep his body out of Vanagas's way. Nagandran sets up for the wall. Vanagas out wide to Ban. Ban now. Vanagas. Burnett flicks it over for Pereira, and he just gets to it. Vanagas through the middle, and Houston for slide tackle there. An excellent challenge, but still goes Vanagas, and Neves ending things for the attack. Tiong now to Nagandran. Nagandran one-on-one with Burnett. Burnett keeps him at bay. Houston out wide to Neves. Neves down the middle, but Burnett well read there from him, and now the counter attack is on for Braza 3v2, and Burnett can't quite get it to Pereira. Formato now on the counter again for Neves. Russo now clocks on for Nagandran, and the game has to be stopped as Neves is on the floor. Now Alagoda does well, but can't quite keep it in. Pereira to Ban. Vanegas to Ban again. Down the line, past Houston. Ban does well, resets it, but nobody's there, unfortunately. And Famato gets the best of it. Russo to Tiong. Back to Alagoda. Burnett does well to keep it in, and it's a bit of confusion there, but turns out it's blue ball. Not a really excellent view, and it's definitely red ball, but now Pereira, Ban to Vanegas to Houston, but not able to keep it in. Ban to Vanegas, Pereira. Vanegas out wide to Burnett now. One-on-one, Alagoda flicks it through for Pereira. Tiong chooses to reset for Mato. Has to clear out under the pressure. Burnett to Ban now. Russo holds it up. Vanegas now flicks it down the middle for Pereira, and just from behind, Tiong is quite well aware. And an excellent play there from Braza Chinga. Unlucky that hasn't ended up in a goal. Now over the top for Russo. Russo flicks it over to Saeed. Saeed, the shot! It's just missed the bottom hand corner there. As Page stretches his legs for a moment and goes down. Page, all good for the restart. Page chucks it up long for Pereira. One-on-one Houston, but Houston chucks his body right in the right position. Make sure Pereira's unable to grab the ball. Russo now one-on-one Burnett. Russo to flick head, but Page recovers it well. Vanegas now out wide to Ban. Alagoda gets it past him, but Burnett get past Russo. Big job there for him, but the shot can't quite curve it in between the posts. Lucky for Mato. Out wide to Russo. So makes it around down the middle. Alagoda back to Jahel now. Jahel down the line. Resets back to Alagoda. Saeed. Rez receives Jahel back to Saeed. Bounce pass there. Flicks around for Jahel. Now Jahel the back post, but Vanegas capitalizes and makes short. And now back to Pereira down the middle. Fortunately, can't quite find the feet of Vanegas there. As Jahel now. So he gets us back underway. Alagoda. Wide to Saeed. Alagoda to Russo. Russo, good ball to Saeed. Controls the one. First time shot. Can't quite get it past and between the posts. And Russo have a massive header there to send it straight back to the Braza side. Van now to Vanegas to Pereira. Pereira to the middle, out wide to Ban, current leading pass master. Being quite disappointed to not get an assist in this game, as so many opportunities from both himself and the rest of his team so far. And over the top for Vanegas, but Russo can't quite keep it in. Pereira to Ban once again. Vanegas has to reset. Pereira gets past Russo. Can he get past Alagoda? Yes, he can. And Russo's back though. The double team nearly working as Pereira continues on, and the shot just wide again. 6 more minutes to go in this second half. This first leg, the throw just well wide. Vanegas now takes it easy. As Burnett fakes the run or jogs it. Herrera to Vanegas. Back to Ban. Vanegas once again resets to Herrera, out wide to Burnett, and the flick over to Ban again, and the rotation's coming out. Vanegas flicks it over to Jahel, but Famado clears it out of these. Famado, well aware of Vanegas' shenanigans, says none of it. Alexander now clocks back on, same with Vanen. And Ban to Vanen. Saeed does well to get it off him. And Jahel now down the line. Jahel sees it to Saeed, to Alagoda. Alagoda out wide to Jahel. Jahel to Saeed and through Russo. Russo flicks it across. But Page well covered there. Doesn't leave any gap for Russo to finish. Alexander now. Wide to Ban. Ban one-on-one Balagoda, but has to reset to Vanegas. Vanegas now flicks it over the top for Vanen. Good control there from him. Keeps chopping it, and Alexander now is through the shot. Just quite not on target again. Braza have struggled to keep their shots. Both sides actually having struggled to keep their shots on target. Now, it's again to Saeed. Saeed over the top of Russo, and Page knuckles it out. Alexander to Ban. Ban flicks it over the top for Vanegas, and Vanegas is there, but just not quite there. Saeed now. Saeed places it. Gordon makes a run, but Jahel is there for Russo, and Saeed unable to time his run with Russo's pass. Vanegas to Ban. Ban now takes it for Vanegas. Alexander down the middle to Vanen. Vanen holds it up well, and flicks out to Vanegas. Shot again well wide of the goal, as Braza will need to be much more clinical with their finishing if they want to get back on the scoring board. Alexander with the header well, but pushing it back, and that's definitely a foul. Alexander back to Ban, and back to Alexander again. Vanegas to Vanen. Never mind to Alexander. Tiong. The pressure. Now Alexander's shot there, and Famado having to put his whole arm out there to stop that shot. Alexander now to take the corner. Plays off to Vanen. Vanen with an excellent strike. Famado, an excellent save in return. Now Jahel down the line as Braza have got a more clinical. And now, again, Vanegas gets capitalized on that. It's a 2v1, and Vanen does the shot. Again, Famado denies. It's a corner ball there for Braza. Braza looking lethal in this last couple of minutes. Ban now the shot, his turn, and just over the bar. Now, Famado. Alexander to Vanen. Houston holds it up, but Alexander gets the ball in the end. Vanegas to Ban, and Vanen Keeps with a shot and the volley. It's nearly stressed for Marta there. Lots of shots there from Braza. It's bound to be the next shot. Might as well be a goal for them, and the ball's gone out for Inter Perth. It all seems to be crumbling for them in this last couple of minutes. Pressure from Braza really mounting on top. Out wide to Ban. Ban to Alexander. That's good flick play, and Neves does just enough to keep the ball out. Ban now flicks it over, but Neves blocks it well, and Gordon a bit techie there, and Inter capitalize and keep the ball in play for themselves. Timeout called from Greg Farrell, as Inter want to use theirs whenever it's their possession next. Now out wide for Pereira. Van makes a run forward. Vanigas to Pereira. The ball a bit too quick for him there. It's Inter ball. Timeout there for Inter, and we'll be back with you after a quick ad break. Now the ball there, a bit wonky, and Russo under pressure. Now Gordon under pressure to Houston. The double teams come out from Braza, flicks over to the wide, and the ball is just a bit too fast for him. Kinas to get us back underway to Vanigas now. Had rolled his ankle, I believe, earlier in the game, but all fit for duty again. The second half, he's showed excellent promise, nearly scoring a goal, and Vanigas now through the middle, but Gordon sees it out.
Side ball, lad, side ball.
Side ball for Braza. Canast to Ban and blocks it off Vanigas. Neves now down the line. Ban is there, but Page saves it well. Rolls it through and is now out with himself, but Ban is triple teamed there. But Braza keeps the ball under control. Ban to Vanigas, fakes it off to Pereira. Now Vanigas flicks it over for Pereira. Pereira touches it well, and now put wide there, so he can't get the shot off, but it's an excellent opportunity. Great link-up play from the two players. The handball called there. Tiong in the wall with Neves. The two older players for Internationale Perth. Neves, I believe, in his 40s now, has been an amazing player throughout his career in futsal. Well-known player, and has done well this season despite his age. A remarkable Team of the Week and Player of the Round nomination, I believe, only a couple of rounds ago. Same with Gordon Tiong, who just is not as young anymore, but still puts up amazing performances. And Van Tiong capitalizes now to Vanegas. Vanegas down the line, but can't quite keep it in. Now Jahel out wide to Neves. Neves gets past Pereira now. Pace to Alagoda, and Alagoda tries to get it to back post, but Kinas doesn't allow. Jahel to Neves. Neves a flick shot, and just wide. As Page had it covered there. Page to Ban. Vanegas. Back to Ban. Flicks it over, but can't get it past Houston. Out wide to Vanegas. Vanegas shoots the first time. Pomadov, an excellent save there. Puts his body perfectly in between the ball and Vanegas. Again, an excellent opportunity. 20 seconds left for Braza to make something out of this night. Now Pereira can't get past Houston. Houston now holds it up well. Alagoda. Pereira though capitalizes, and down the line he goes. Cross it over for Vanegas, but Alagoda gets ahead of the ball, and Kinas, the press, does well, but Page now takes the time to Ban. Now 4 seconds only to go, sends it up wide. Vanegas unable to be on the receiving end of that. 2.5 seconds to go. It seems all but over in this half, this leg. Sorry, as it's full time now. 1-0 to the Inter Perth in the first semi-final of the weekend. Second one, we'll be back with you shortly with Coburn Wolves versus the West Coast Cobras in what will be another excellent matchup. And we'll have the stats up with you shortly.